All right, what's up, everybody? This is Zach Rice. We're back again with more of Avernum 3 Ruin World. And the last part, we had quite the adventure trying to get the Orb of Rawny back. We probably should be heading over to the next town, but we still have time to explore. I kind of am ahead of the time counter of when stuff normally would start affecting the city, so we can do some exploring in the meantime. One quest I did want to clear out too is finding the beauty for the Dryad. Found far to the east. There are some towns far to the east that we can go to, I think, as well. Because, of course, here we're finding some dang unicorns. Got plenty of horns here. You can definitely sell these. You notice that the hostile unicorns have been grazing on some unusual herbs. That might explain why they attacked you so quickly. You picked some of the plants they left untouched. Okay, what horns did they have? Gedrick North, Golddale East. What's this town right here, though? Well, this is Porter's Retreat, something like that. Can't remember off the top of my head where exactly is Beauty for the Dryad, though. The rapidly flowing water has a long line of flat, smooth stones emerging from it. Wooden planks have been laid across the stones, enabling you to cross. Oozing wand over here. You know enough about the different sorts of plants on the surface to know that the mold growing in these gullies is quite useful. It's gray mold, a precious alchemical ingredient. Perfect, so we got some then that. You see a pack of Ursagi hunting nearby. They haven't noticed you yet. You could easily ambush them if you're in the mood to rid Avernum of some dangerous marauders. I think that's how you say it, Ursagi. Basically a bunch of psychic, or not psychic, a bunch of psycho bears. Killer mutant bears we have to face now. Not a surface plague, but still something we can deal with. They're offensively pretty tough, though, not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and make sure people stay healed often here. See what I mean? Very offensively strong here. So we're here. I want to try to avoid that freaking... You know what, let's head back east for a moment here, because I want to drop off these unicorn horns. Okay, same dialogue as before, nothing really different there. Looks like we have a town right here. Town of Bolton. The innkeeper works visibly behind the bar. Welcome, travelers. I'm the barkeep. Just call me barkeep, everyone else does. What are you serving? Don't have much here, out in the middle of nowhere. You can get a drink, good ale, only 3 coins. Or you can have a room, only 10 coins, and no vermin. Not much, but it's the best you'll do out here in the provinces. This place is isolated. Sad, but true. I got beer and rooms for those few travelers who come through. That's my life. I'll take some ale. You pay your gold and get a very average ale. It gets the job done. I don't need anything else. Farewell then. Okay, so just a generic innkeeper. You meet a young priestess. She seems slightly out of place in this grimy inn. She nods when you approach. Greetings, I am Mako of the Anama. It is a rare pleasure to meet traveling warriors in these hard times. Can you teach me any rituals? She blushes. I'm still but a young missionary. I do not yet have that sort of power. The Isle of Big Ale is where you should go. It's not often I meet a traveling priest. I am out spreading the faith of the Anama. It is a path of great wisdom in a dark world. My beliefs sustain me. What do the Anama teach? Our faith is based on the Isle of Big Ale. We preach of the dangers of magic and of the way it puts us in danger and pollutes our souls. Why do you say magic is dangerous? She smiles sadly. Just look around. Magical creatures slay us, forcing us into hiding at every turn. Unless something is done about this, these problems will get worse before they get better. If this idea intrigues you, my church can be found in the Isle of Big Ale. Where's the Isle of Big Ale? You would like to visit Big Ale, that is wise. It is a beautiful, recently settled island. My church has worked very hard to improve it despite many difficulties. Head west to the city of Farport. You can take a ferry over. I hope you go. Okay, so nothing really new there, it looks like. Generic chef. But we can sell some to him if we want. A massive, grim man is working a piece of red-hot steel with firm, practiced blows of his hammer. When you approach, he sets the metal on the coals to keep hot and turns to you. I'm Voster, the smith. What do you want? What are you working on? He talks slowly and simply. I make weapons. When I'm not bothered. I'm also in charge while the mayor is away. The mayor is away a lot. What do you want? What sort of weapons can you make? He grunts and picks up a massive steel hammer. Anything I can, what little supplies I can find. Mostly iron. I could do better if I had better materials. I don't. Pity. Need good weapons to fight troglodytes. Do you know anything about fighting troglodytes? Troglodytes are tough. Need good weapons. Otherwise they spit you and you die in agony. I'll buy a Voster watches you grimly. He has recently made blades arrayed in neat rows on the nearby counters. I'll buy a weapon. Voster is a quiet and unhappy man. His clear and strong preference is for you to buy something and get out. That would be decent if we had money. Where's the mayor? Went north to Black Crag Fortress 2 months ago. Haven't heard from him since. Have you had any troubles? Plenty of troubles. Always troubles. The farmers complain to me about a band of ogres to the east, for example. They're wandering around by the river. but I don't have militia to spare to fight them, so there you are. Where's Blackcrack Fortress? The big Empire outpost at the far end of this continent, the main gateway between Avernum and the rest of the world. Though, if the rumors are true, the Empire has sealed it, and us, off. Why did he go? The Empire has given us no help with all the monsters, none at all. The mayor went to find out why. Still no word from him, so I don't think it's going well. Okay, generic armorsmith. We do have a quest to hunt some ogres near Bolton. This is clearly a man who's only comfortable when it's surrounded by piles of books. He nods. I'm Oppenheimer, a sage. He closes his book as he says it. A cloud of dust rises up, making him cough. What sort of profession are you in? I'm a sage. My specialty, in terms of study, is items. Can he train me? Oh, no. No. I study history, and culture, and language. Not, fighting things. What can a sage do? Learning, teaching, a very lucrative field. It's nice to see adventurers in these parts, by the way. It's nice that our presence is appreciated. I heard about what you did to the slimes. Everyone has. On behalf of Bolton, I thank you. Okay, so news does get around. This house is owned by a slob. Clothes are littered everywhere and the floor is in need of an extreme sweeping. And we can always loot and sell stuff, right? Okay, that child has nothing to say to me. Some sheep are grazing nearby. The stupid creatures aren't even aware enough to be wary of you. You have no doubt that they would be just as apathetic if you were, say, a fierce and hungry ogre. You spot a group of ogres wandering about near the coast. Interestingly, though the brutal beasts look quite hungry, they don't move to attack you. Fear the Empire has cowed them into submission. Well, this was still the ogres we were told to kill, so go ahead and take care of them. What the heck? Oh, that's a lightning spell. I forgot. Yeah, they're immune to... Ogre mages at least are immune to lightning. Okay, so I still have to be somewhat careful here. You know what, I need to do a lot of damage, so I'll just do that even though it will keep the ogre mage alive. Wait, how did he get to do stuff twice? What the heck? Okay, you know what, I should have just done Icy Rain here. You dispatch the last of the ogres. You wonder if any of the locals will pay a bounty for ridding them of these violent creatures. Berry 10... Berry... Pay 10 coins, or whatever that's... Those ogres you mentioned, I killed them. Oh, well, that was very good of you. I should pay you. it seems fair. Here. He gets a large sword still warm from his forge and hands it to you. This ain't a rich village, but that's what I can give you. Hope it helps. Okay, well, every bit helps as far as battle disciplines go. Okay, this is a very good blade. Yeah, let's just do that and that. That reminds me, I probably should buy some weapon skills eventually. I forgot if I have... No, I don't nearly have enough money for that. Yeah, let's see what's over here at the dock. Some entrepreneurial country folk with the large raft have set up a ferry service across the Swift River. They say they will take you across for 10 coins. You pay the money and cross the river. It's a quick, uneventful journey. Okay, purging crystal, that'll be good for hearing, although I'd rather sell it instead. You hear loud, harsh sounds of human speech coming from the top of this hill. From this distance, you can't understand what is being said. At the top of the hill, you find an old, worn stone circle. Inside it, you find a peculiar sight. In the center of a circle, there is a stone slab. A skull sits on the slab. Several ogres wander around the skull. Every once in a while, the skull talks. It says something. You can't hear it, but it always makes the ogres cheer. A closer look reveals that the ogres are exhausted and emaciated, as if they have been listening to the skull constantly for days, not even stopping to eat. They haven't noticed you yet. The skull takes up all their attention. When you get close enough for the ogres to see you, they shout in alarm. Thieves! They have come to take the skull! Slay them! No, I don't think I'm gonna die. I think you all are gonna die. These are definitely young ogres, though, because they are very laughably weak to me right now. Oh, we still get some loot from them. You return to the circle. The skull's still there. If it had eyes, you would think that it was staring at you. Ooh, a Zion's skull. Okay. I'm guessing this was just a way of crossing? You encounter a group of armed Nephilim out hunting. Their bows are out, but not pointing at you. When they notice you, they warily turn to face you. They make no move to attack, but they also don't back away. Okay, so it's clear that this freaking, far ahead, you can see a barricade guarded by armed Nephilim. A small clan of these people are hiding from the Empire here. When they see you, they shout an alarm, prepare for a fight. Bows are readied and aimed. A shaman appears over the ramparts and shouts that you should leave. They must have learned that some of their tribe were attacked nearby. They aren't sure that it was you who killed them, but they aren't taking chances. The Zion Skull says, check me out, I'm a talking skull. Oh, I remember this freaking... Oh my god. I remember this freaking thing. Okay, where is the freaking beauty for the Dryad, though? My question. As you work your way through the hills, a band of troglodytes notices you and gives chase. As they charge, they shout, "Death to the Empire!" They've clearly mistaken you for Empire troops. They don't give you some time to correct their mistake. You see a humanoid. It's like a human, but hunched, twisted, and has dark skin and piggy eyes. You've heard of these things from legend. It's a troglodyte. This is very strange. They were said to be extinct, and these are definitely very, very real. It looks like standard ogres to me, but okay. Fielding knives. Yeah, we can equip that onto them. Barfort, Big Ale Ferry west, Sharamake east, and Ablaze south. Okay, so we're heading in the right direction here. You've already sort of been around here, though. The mountain path is, unfortunately, guarded. When you get halfway through, bands of misshapen humanoids emerge from crude wooden palisades, moving to position in front of and behind you. They have weapons out and ready. One of the larger creatures, brandishing a massive halberd, yells, "This our pass. You pass, you give us 30 coins, else we slit you bad." I mean, we have to take a chance here, right? Oh, why was I... Did they really all slow us down somehow? Why was I slow... What the heck? I was like, what? Yeah, why is it Zelena's turn? Instead of... Okay, whatever. We can work with this. Why is... She's... Okay, whatever. I think we can manage this. Was it one of the conditions of going through this trap, though, is my question? You know, I really don't care about no spine shield damaging. Okay, well, at least we liberated the path, right? Okay, let's go ahead and head back to Anaximander then. Tell him about this. Oh, you know what we actually could do? We could just do this. You tell Anaximander of the troglodytes and the havoc they are causing. He nods. Yes, I have heard of the troglodytes from other sources as well, he says enigmatically. They breed fast and are vicious warriors. However, I have heard that their lair is near that of their great enemy, the hill giants. This could be useful. Go explore the area. Maybe this enmity can be exploited. Okay, you know what? Let's head... The priest begins to explain the anomalous beliefs. You soon realize that this speech you have already heard. You explain this to the priest and he nods politely. I understand. I don't wish to bore you. If you wish to learn more, you should go to Shader on the Isle of Big Ale. I could have sworn this was a quest here you could do with these hermits. You find a crude wooden hut built out here far from civilization. Smoke trails up from a stone chimney. There must be a hermit living here. The door opens a crack and an eye peers out at you from the shadows. There's an unpleasant smell in the air. The eye looks you over and its owner speaks with a raspy voice. I've been waiting for someone up here. I need someone to take a message for me. It's tough to get messages places. You'll get money on the delivery. It has to go to the other hut on the other side of the mountains. Will you do it? A humanoid hand, so dirty you can't tell the race or the species of the owner, emerges from the darkness. It holds a folded and sealed message on ragged parchment. Take this over the mountains and hurry it up. Yeah, this is going to be one of those back and forth things. At least for a little bit. The Lion Skull says, I don't want to be in a dragon's horde. Boring. Alright. Come back in a minute. Take over mountains and hurry up. Great, give it here. I'll have another message for you in just a minute. Okay, day 34. Like I said, I completed both of the two of the major plagues before at the time kind of really started having an effect, so I'm not really super worried about that. At least we're getting paid for this, because this is boring as hell. The Zion Skull says, I had a gold filling once, but someone stole it. Jerk. Dang serpents. Lion Skull says, I sure could use a deli sandwich. Lion Skull says, polish me, I'm dusty. At first, it's the same routine. You get the message and get paid. Then you hear shouts from inside the hut. The door flies open, revealing a tiny, filthy old woman. Behind her, on a table by a smoky fire, you see a chessboard. A game is in progress. She screeches, even that old bastard can go to hell. I was cheated, I tell you. Cheated. The door slams shut so hard that a cloud of ancient paint chips flies off the walls. Okay, so at least we don't have to do that anymore, but we got paid for it. The Zion Skull says, you know what the best thing about being a skull is? I don't either. funny as the Zion Skull's response to this, I'm going to put it in storage here. Because that's going to get tedious to get those messages like constantly. We'll put it next to the Zion pants. However, I will say that recovering the Zion items is one of the theme achievements, so you definitely want to get hold of them as much as you can. But for me, I'm keeping them right in storage for the most part. Actually, you know what? We don't really need... We can go ahead and drop this off too, if I'm being perfectly honest. I mean, don't really need that either. Yeah, there's nothing you can like drop them in. Actually, you know what? We can go ahead and actually drop them in the in our old room instead of the storeroom. I mean, it's not like anybody's gonna come back to our room anyway. Oh yeah. Go ahead and drop them off then. Put them in our chest here. Well, it doesn't really matter, honestly, but I do want to drop these off at least. Okay, so... You all really still want to fight me after all that I did. You're freaking kind. I can just fire right back here. Whatever, it was your funeral, Slimes. You know what? Now that I had the Orb of Throne, I probably could teleport over places. You find a shipwreck. The tide is low, partially exposing the carcass of the ship, resting unevenly on the rocky shore. Iron bars, part of its cargo, are littered everywhere. The tide is coming in quickly. Who knows how much of the precious cargo will be obscured by the waves. You gather up as much of the metal as you can. You notice that some of the small bars are smaller and shinier. Perhaps not all of them are mundane iron after all. A U-bow. We'll put that in our junk bag and we'll teleport back over here. There isn't really a difference between short bows and long bows, by the way, in this game. So you can just wear long bows just fine. It's not going to really have that much of an effect. You cross the narrow channel and reach a deserted island. On its highest point, you find a small, weathered shrine, ancient and crumbling. It looks like nobody has been here for many years, so you search the place carefully. Unfortunately, you don't find anything of interest. Eventually, you leave the eerie place behind. Thank goodness for the Orb of Throne, right? Did we reach the edge of the map here? That feels like it. Well, I wonder if those people have anything else to say now that the slimes are dead. They don't seem to be aware of what you did to the slimes. You tell them of your battle with the alien beasts and the happy results. They look at your armors and weapons and they believe you. The woman who leads the group says, "Thank you for finding us and telling us of events. We will return and try to rebuild our homes. Safe travels to you. You have our gratitude. The refugees quickly depart. Okay, so that is a reputation. I still want to figure out where I can find the freaking beauty for the dryad, though. That's the thing. Where the heck is that freaking beauty? It's up here. Yeah, that was nothing. And we're back in battle with more troglodytes. What the heck was that? Well, how come we can't get that throwing weapon? What the heck? Why don't we have that sort of throwing weapon? That actually looks cool. I want to find the beauty for the dryad before we move on here. You stand at the southeastern end of a long valley. Looking up, you see, growing among the rocks, many varieties of beautiful flowers. Their pollen wafts down to you on the wind, enticing you to climb up and enjoy them. Ooh, I think this is it, actually. You are not alone in admiring the flowers. A bunch of gremlins live in this valley, and they are annoyed when you disrupt their solitude. It does not surprise me at all. More crap to fight. There are beautiful, breathtaking flowers growing all along this valley, exploding in intricate rainbow patterns of colors. Their scent fills the air. After years in the dark and mold of Avernum, the sights and smells almost overcome me with emotion. You encounter another bunch of green-thumbed, figuratively and literally gremlins. Ooh, we could actually avoid them. Not nice. The flowers growing here are even more beautiful than the ones to the southeast. However, none of them are quite perfect enough to take with you. Looking north, you think that you see more gremlins wandering through the flowers. You stumble upon a cluster of gremlins carefully tending to rows of dozens of different sorts of flowers. Irrational, irritable creatures that they are, they decide to water the flowers with your blood. We could avoid them too, nice. You reach the top of the valley, passing more and more beautiful flora as you go. Finally, at the very top, you find a patch of flowers that makes all the rest look plain by comparison. In the middle of the patch, you find a very small rose bush. In its center grows a single rose, perfect specimen of the species. Flawless in petal and rich in smell. If you wish, you could pick the flower and take it with you. You pick a single flower, keeping plenty of dirt around the root so that it doesn't die. You pause to admire it. It is an absolute perfection in plant form. The curve of its petals is elegant and the smell seemingly endless. You carefully store it in your pack. Okay, so yes, this is where we find the beauty for the dryad, pretty much. What did the sign say again? Gidrick North, Goldale East, East of Blade, and Blades West. No, I didn't want to come in here. A female form walks from the woods, delicate, beautiful, clad in lace. It's the same dryad you met before, and she's still unhappy. Oh, you filthy lot are back. I still long to see something truly beautiful. Do you have something to show me? You present the dryad with the perfect flower. She smells it, twirls on one foot, and laughs. Thank you, it's wonderful. Then she runs up and gives each of you a kiss on the cheek. Your skin tingles where her lips were. She sits down to admire her flower. As you slip away, she speaks. As a reward, I'll tell you a secret. Far to the north, near Calic, is the place where trees grow in a square. Stand in the middle and walk straight south. You'll find a reward at the stone spire. Now go away. Far to the north, near Calic. Okay, cool. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Alright, what does this sign say? Ceramic East and a Blade South. A group of Empire guards patrols this road. When you get close to them, you think that they are about to talk to you. Then they see your pale skin. Whispering among themselves nervously, they quickly move by you. Okay, I don't want to go to Ceramic quite yet, though. What is this town, though? Find some grazing cows. They are skinny beasts, bred to stay alive in this harsh environment. You poke them with your finger a few times to make sure that they're real, normal cows. They are. Okay, I don't want to be here yet. Let's go to Porter's Retreat. This woman's skin is dark enough that she could pass for a surface dweller, but you immediately recognize her for what she is, an Avernite. She looks nervous. I'm Jen. We shouldn't talk. What are you doing up here? I'm Unspecified Services, formerly selling food and Formello. Look, we shouldn't talk. Have you met any other Avernites up here? Even if I had, I wouldn't tell you. Secrecy. Orders. Did you come up here before me? No, I volunteered after you left. My husband stayed home to fight our lizards and keep them under control. Gee, you work for Unspecified Services? That's great. I do too. It's nice to meet you. She looks more nervous with every moment you spend talking to her. Yes, Unspecified Services, like you. And again, we really shouldn't be seen talking. She turns away. Oh man, so Ken stayed behind in Avernum. That's gotta be depressing for her. Jen looks like she wants to stand up and walk away. Really, we shouldn't talk. Why shouldn't we talk? Right, look, there's a woman on our side. She's collecting info in Ceramic and Lorelei. Goes by the name Sandra. You'll recognize her as an Avernite. Look for her. She can help. Now go away. She stares down into her beer and starts to ignore you. You meet a small man hunched over the table, making intricate notes on a map with a feather pen. He looks up. I'm Kendrick. Greetings. What are you doing? I'm a map maker, of course. A useful trade in these parts. What sorts of maps do you produce? All sorts, all scale, but especially maps of the countryside, and I take great pride in my trade. You can purchase a beautiful map of this area if you need it, only 30 coins. Why is it so useful? This is one of the few known areas on the whole surface world which haven't been totally explored. People need new, fresh maps, so the rest of the Empire is well known. Everything the Empire owns is so settled and covered and recovered that Avernum is the only place a decent map maker can really do interesting work. There's plenty of monsters here, of course, but I just avoid them. I'll buy you one of your maps. Kendrick happily collects your coins and gives you a map of the desert regions of Avernum. Your world map has been expanded. Press world map button to see the full world map. Okay, so we got expanded right here. Supposed to find somebody named Wast, it looks like, too. Tucker. A tall, thin woman tends the bar. She looks you over nervously as you approach. I'm Elise, she says. She's clearly on edge. This is quite a large inn. Thank you. This is the Porter's Retreat. That's where you are, you know. We have a round of beer for 3 coins and a decent room for 5. She looks around nervously as she speaks. Sorry, I've been a bit on edge. Why is this place here? The only safe bet for miles around. We get a lot of nervous people. Why are you so nervous? There's a bunch of troglodytes living to the north. Yeah, troglodytes. There are still some around, and they're raiding us nonstop. The Porter's Retreat is the only safe place near here where merchants can be safe. How have you fared against the attacks? She shakes her head. We're well armed, but we hope Sharamik or the Empire does, or someone does something soon. The things are really too tough for us to fight on our own. Has the Empire helped at all? She grimaces. Fat lot of good they've been doing us, our mighty leaders. Bah. She better be careful. That's the sort of talk that's landed many people in Avernum. A round of beer for me. As usual, the beer is pretty lousy, and again, as usual, it tastes great to you. You aren't looking forward to returning to the swill. That's the order of the day in Avernum. I have to go. Alright, watch out. Perils everywhere. Okay. Well, it is nice to see Jen again. That's a good callback to a character we found first 2 Avernum games working in Formello with her husband Ken. It's just the same that Ken had to apparently stay behind and tend to Formello while she's up here. I mean, that's got to be depressing for her, clearly. But still, I mean, he should have come up here with her. I mean, merchants stopping here must carry a lot of valuable metal ore. It's all kept in here, each crate carefully labeled, and all of it under the constant piercing gaze of an enormous guard. Okay. Well, we can't steal anything anyway because the guard's right there. That's a book we've already read. No farming country is complete without the loyal, hard-working tinker, traveling from town to town to repair pots, sell tools, and so on. You meet one of these industrious souls bent under the weight of his goods. The slow, friendly tinker is very eager to deal with you. Okay. You know what? You all gotta get out of here right now. Yeah, screw y'all. Okay, here we are at the town of Golddale, and it's going to be one of the places I'll stop at before we continue on with more of the main storyline anyway. But it is a good point to continue at, and with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and save the game right here finally, and I'll see you all soon with the next part of Let's Play.